Today we are going to discuss one of the most important honeypot, that is actually heralding. So we are going to see the dashboard of the heralding and we'll see like what is it doing. So here we are in the heralding. So this is the filtration of the data by the last 30 days. So if I am going to tell you about the heralding, so heralding is one of the most important honeypot that is actually appearing like a login page to the attacker. For example, when we are going to log in into the website or any application, then there is a login page in the start that actually wants us to give username and password so that we will access the features. So in the similar way, heralding is basically appearing like a login page to the attacker, uh, on which attacker tries to apply different username password to actually access it or use it as a proxy server. So if we are going to see the data, like how to visualize the data, how to get information from this particular data. So here we have around 53,000 logs, and these are some of the basically you can say port numbers that attackers try to violate. And if we are going to see the countries, so we got maximum attacks from Ukraine for heralding, and then the second number is Latvia. And if we are going to see attacks by port, then the maximum number of attacks are coming from port number 59,000. So basically this particular port number 59,000 is actually virtual network computing port. So what is this port is doing, like attackers try to remote access your system, like it it actually tries to connect with your system and tries the remote access of your screen, and through the screen data it try to enter to your system. So this is actually what is doing by the port 5900 virtual network computing. Like attacker actually try to access your computer by getting the screen data. And then we have the port number 180, that is actually the SOC 5 port. So basically SOC 5 port is actually using for the majorly for some of the IoT devices, but moreover this port is basically used as a proxy server. Like what attacker wants, like they use our server to send its own traffic. So this is one of the interesting port, like attacker use our server and send their traffic through our network, so that if he is doing any malicious activity, then his network is not appearing, our network IP is actually appearing, and we are gonna be the criminals in case of any malicious activity done from the network. So to secure this port is really important because it actually start forwarding their traffic through our network. And then we have the port number 5432, that is actually the port of Postgres SQL, so he wants to access our database. And then we have these two port numbers 143 and 993, that is actually the access ports for like internet management. So he wants the data of these ports. And then these are some of the usernames and passwords he try actually to violate our system. So the most username that is actually used is the Postgres and root, and the password is he's using is the password. And these are some of the details, like most of the top attacks are coming over the protocol SOC 5, that is actually used as a that is actually using over the port number 1080, that is actually the forward traffic forwarding port. And then if we are using and then the second protocol that is used is actually the Postgres SQL. So this is obviously a database, basically database port. So he actually tries some SQL injection to get the information about our database, because data is far more important these days. And then there are some IMAP and IMAP secure ports that are actually working over port number 143 and 993 through which he wants to get access. So these are actually the weaker ports. Okay, so then if we are going to tracing, like this is the top IP we see here, and we just want to see like which pattern this IP is using. So we just go to discover, seeing up the logs, like which IP, which pattern this IP is actually using, or which port number. So if we are going to see, come up here into the logs of the last 30 days, yep, and source IP is basically this one. So we just need to copy this. Yeah. So this is the, yes, this is the data filter from it, and what he is using the destination port 5900, and 5900 port is for the virtual network computing port, and this is the destination IP, and he uses the asynchronous network of Rise privately on enterprise. Okay, and this is the most important. And if we just need to come up here to filtering up the data, then it's gonna be the like yep, this is the destination port. So he is attacking over the 5900, and if we are writing proto, then we will be able to see which protocol he is actually attacking. So he's actually using protocol VNC, virtual network computing. Okay, and then if we are going to trace the second IP, like what he's trying to do, so he is actually, yes, okay, so this IP is actually using the same destination port and same protocol. And if we are going to see like which IP or protocol he is using, so let me see here. So yes, this one is also yeah, this one is now using 1080, that is the SOC 5 protocol, using right, that is actually using as a forward network proxy protocol that actually send the attacker's malicious um, traffic through our network. So that's all about heralding. So the most important thing you need to remember into the heralding is that it actually appearing as a login page to the attacker, and through the different attacker behavior we came to know, like they try to get useful information through my like by using PostgreSQL port. Secondly, he used our server as a proxy server for their traffic, and then most importantly they use us as a virtual network computing. So this is all about the heralding. So these are some of the details about, like, most attacks are coming from the Ukraine, Latvia, then there's China, and these are the usernames he try to log in, like Postgres and password. If you like the video and you want to know about the more details, then please subscribe, and thanks a lot.